How you guys doing? If you're wondering, that satellite man's still burning my face and teeth. Satellite man's still burning my tailbone and lower back. Satellite man's been burning my groin, and the satellite man's been burning this side of my face. Satellite man's still claiming he didn't know who my parents are. How many court cases have there been in reference to politicians in America claiming they didn't know who my parents are? They're all protocols in the media. It's a birth certificate of my identity. Hello, Wall Street. How you guys doing? And you guys know what companies I'm the owner of, right? I'm the owner forever. On reference to Hollywood and celebrities and entertainers that know me, still being held hostage, didn't receive anything in the postal mail. Hello, National Guard. The satellite man is still burning me. The satellite man is still trying to damage things. It's attempted murder. The satellite man is trying to murder me on every job. The labor board has to be ordered into court to see if they're involved with this satellite controller, because I have not received any lawsuits or benefits or insurance or any monies of compensation of any kind from anywhere. And these satellite controllers have been trying to injure me on jobs. They've tried to murder me on jobs. And they got government people in government offices that have seen documentation of my identity, certified treasury documents, and yet they're still claiming they didn't know who I am. Even school teachers. Didn't the Beverly Hills school teachers, didn't some of them going to school, or some of the schools that I went to in New York or Colorado or North Carolina, or some of the schools I went to, didn't they have court cases against these government people? And they're continuously stealing the postal mail. If anybody sent any letters or fan mail or friendship letters or anything, the government people are stealing those. And, this is a situation of where, did other cities and states come over and ask the Postal Service what the hell's going on? My parents own businesses in all 50 states. So, other postal offices in America can come over to Indianapolis and arrest postal thieves. Especially when postal mail came from other cities and states, such as fan mail or monies or checks from any of my mother and father's companies. Those postal services can arrest postal thieves in Indiana when somebody has sent me postal mail from another city and state. You guys know that, right? And in reference to the information, I've not received any of my monies from any of the social media. I've not received any monies from Pornhub. If you guys just look up the Chase Happy Pornhub website, it's on the Pornhub. Haven't received any of the revenues. And that somebody tried to say that it's made almost $9 billion or something. I haven't received a penny. And somebody said in reference to my TikTok videos that it's made substantially a lot of money, in the billions, and this government man is stealing it. And in reference to social media companies that I'm the owner of, reference to subsidiary companies of the parent company of my mother and father's companies and grandparents' companies, there's big lawsuits in reference to people trying to steal. And my YouTube videos in reference to people stealing my revenues from there. Has the Beverly Hills Courthouse had court cases in reference to these people stealing my revenues on social media? And in reference to my trust funds, did the Beverly Hills courts have a court case against the trust fund company or records departments? And in reference to advertising, in reference to people blocking the advertising of my identity and who my parents are and my financial wealth, in reference to how rich I was born as, and in reference to my mother and father and my grandparents and the History Channel and the history of my accomplishments that people are trying to steal, people that are claiming they thought they were me, claiming they were going to murder me because they wanted to be me. They wanted to be who I am. These people that was trying to steal my identity. No, those people will get arrested. That's That's like a crime of stalkers and murderers trying to steal my identity. That's what people would say they tried to do to my parents. These people wanted to be who my parents are, so they murdered my parents. And the Supreme Court didn't protect my parents from these political terrorists that tried to steal land in America. They tried to steal my mother and father's estates. Haven't received anything from the Supreme Court either, or the Treasury. And then these men trying to steal my penis, these men damaging my face and teeth every day with their surveillance. They're burning my lips and teeth. They're doing it right now too, and it's let's see. It is 4:58 p.m. 6/29/2022. Like the satellite man's trying to flame broil the teeth and lips. And low Burger King restaurants and low other restaurants and low food and beverage industries and low industries of the media and television. You know, this government man obviously is not an authoritative figure of knowing who anybody is, because the dirty psycho man has claimed he didn't know who I am, and my identity is the most documented identity in America. And this man claims to be some high-ranking person of American government, claiming he didn't know who I am, when my identity has been documented on television and movies and media way before this man even got into American government. And in reference to the executives and the studios, oh yeah, somebody communicated something like they wanted the Beverly Hills Council to go into court in Beverly Hills to see which person's blocking me from, or the Beverly Hills Court wanted the Beverly Hills Council to go into court so they could figure out which person is blocking me from my mother and father's mansions, and which security company was in Beverly Hills, and what people was in Beverly Hills when I got kidnapped from my mother and father's mansions. They want to talk to those security people that, I don't know if it was West Tech or ADT was doing some security over there in Beverly Hills too, when I got kidnapped from Beverly Hills, my mother and father's mansions. And, you know, my identity is documented forever. The role protocols in the media, it's there forever. It says who my biological parents are. It's going to say it forever. Other countries got copies of the information. It's in international media. These satellite controllers terrorizing my life. They're violating my private life. They're violating my public life. They're violating my relationships with friends or females. And, you know, Indiana government has not even paid me nothing. When these satellite controllers had tried to murder me out in public, these government people have been stalking me, trying to murder me out in public. These satellite controllers have been burning me at the house. They've been burning me on jobs. You know, in reference to the state of Indiana and the fact that they have not paid me any lawsuit monies. And don't forget, there's a scale of lawsuit monies that, in reference to who I am and who my biological parents are, that all the lawsuits automatically start in the multi-billions. You guys know that, right? And even higher, multi-trillions. Don't forget, my parents was trillionaires. Doesn't it show that on the Treasury report? So, you know, in reference to the government trying to play their domestication hostage game, or their slanderous game, or their way of slandering my character to steal my sperm, or them to steal blood. And then, you know, it's pretty sick that these people are poachers. It's like they try to steal my identity. They try to steal my sperm and blood. They tried to steal my penis. They tried to steal my mother and father's estates. They tried to steal land and farmland and companies and businesses. And these people have absolutely no connection to nothing. Then they try to call me stupid all the time when I beat all their people in tests. And who are they to judge me in the first place? I'm the owner of the companies. I'm the top executive of my mother and father's companies forever, but yet people tried to pretend like they didn't know that. And I've been held hostage for over 26 years. And these people have been getting away with stealing monies when I was supposed to be in movies and television shows, and doing directing and singing songs and doing some other things, and yet these psycho men would say something like, oh, they're tired of your singing. Well, to change the channel. Nobody's forcing you to listen to a certain station or a radio station or for you to watch a television show either. But you're stalking me. You're terrorizing my life, satellite dumbass. And you need to get prosecuted for attempts of murder every second of every fucking day you've been burning me with the satellite. And these people need to get prosecuted for Robin Hood crimes, such as these people saying they were stealing my money and holding me hostage because they were trying to steal for the poor. There's crimes against that. There's treasury laws against that. You could have went out and made money on a job and invested your money before you became criminals. Whoever you are, dirty government man. You're attempted murderers. You're people trying to steal my identity, trying to steal from my anatomy. You're people blocking me from my mother and father's mansions, and yet has the History Channel documented my identity in all the shows about my mother and father? I'm the only child. The Royal Protocol's in the media. Satellite Man's choking me. And that is a racist crime of government. Whatever race or religion you are, government man. That is physical assault. That is attempts of murder. And anything you slander my character with, what you've made up, government man, you must get prosecuted. Don't forget, these people have been stalking me since I was a little boy. These people have been stalking me since they murdered my father. And since they murdered my mother. And since they tried to murder me when I was a little boy. Don't forget, these people are trying to come up with new scams and excuses for why they've been terrorizing my life. When the courts, the Supreme Court even has records of these stalkers back when I was a little boy. So when these people are tied in with these other people, and these other people are tied in with these other people, no. Bunch of terrorists, bunch of thieves, bunch of liars, con artists, defrauding me, and then people defrauding me at my mother and father's companies. You know, that's more lawsuits too. The activity of people holding me hostage in Indianapolis. California, I've not even received one letter in the postal mail from anybody from the labor board or the disability office, or because I got kidnapped when I was on disability in California. These people kidnapped me from California. These people in Indiana, these government people. And then these government people tried to make up slanderous things about my penis, and then they wanted to steal my penis, then they wanted to steal sperm, they wanted to steal blood. They were trying to steal property in Indiana, and then they were trying to steal property in other cities and states. I have not received dividends from Wall Street either, if you've sent any. And Wall Street knows my birth name. I have a very long birth name in reference to family history because I'm the only child and last living relative, and I have to carry all the names. But, you know, I have my own specific birth name, which is the same as my mother and father. Plus, you know, other family name acknowledgments. But the Royal Protocol's in the media 24 hours a day. It's been there since I was born. And these government people in the state of Indiana, back to that point, has not even given me any monies at all. And yet they are aware of satellite controllers trying to murder me at the store, at the gas station, when I was going back and forth to work, them frying me with satellites, them burning my face and teeth, them trying to deface my identity. Those people need to get prosecuted. Don't forget, like I said, you know, these people were stalking me and my mother, even when my mother was a widow, after my father had died. My father was frozen. They're still hitting me in the throat. Satellite man's still burning my lips and teeth. I've not received anything from the Treasury. Haven't received anything from the Deeds Department. Haven't received anything from anywhere. And yet, I'm supposed to be at my mother and father's mansions, and it says that specifically in the handwriting of my mother and father, that I'm supposed to be at my mother and father's mansions. And there's account information that I was supposed to have access to. It was handwritten in my mother's handwriting or it was typed up. And yet, these government people are trying to play like they're trying to pull the wool over everybody's eyes with their impersonators. Everything they're doing is corrupt. Everything they're trying to do is corrupt. Everything they're planning on doing in the future is corrupt. These people trying to steal from me and my mother and father's estates. These people holding me hostage, blocking me from my media career. Those government agents need to get prosecuted for their crimes. They're hitting me in the mouth when I'm trying to talk. It's attempted murder every second of every fucking day, man. And it has been for a very long time. I haven't received any compensation at all or any monies so I could move to another city and state. Indiana politicians don't own America. Or whatever politician is doing this shit, they don't own America. They don't own me. And every fabrication that they have made up slandering my character, they must get prosecuted for their goddamn lies. Tell them to provide the time and date of everything they've tried to make up. They've been riding me with that satellite all the time, terrorizing my face, terrorizing my anatomy. It's attempted murder every second of every day. I haven't received any compensation from any of the lawsuits. And it's 5:08 p.m., 6/29/2022.